This is Matt for Into Boxing. I'm delighted to be joined by former world champion Regis Prograis. Regis, talk to me. How's things? How you doing?
Just tired, man. That's all main thing right now. Just real tired. We just left the gym. We just sparred. Of course, we got in last night, and then as soon as we got in, we came to our rooms, changed up, and then we worked out. And the time difference is of course is killing me right now. But it is what it is, right? So it's just that's all we doing, man. Just kind of working out, same thing, and we just sparred and just kind of getting used to everything right now. So that's all.
This fight you've got next Saturday, Tyrone McKenna, it's a bit of a random one for me when it got made. It was a bit of a sort of came out of nowhere, but I know you'd had a bit of a back and forth about it. So talk to me, how's your training gone for this fight as well? I've seen you on Instagram Live, you look in good shape. How are you feeling?
I mean, I've been training my ass off, bro. That's the main thing. I've been training real hard, So honestly, I didn't really know too much about Tyrone McKenna, and I still I watched him. Of course, I watched him a little bit, but I mean, for me, he's just a name that's gonna be in my way of being a champion again. Anybody is just a name, So it's not, it won't be nothing personal against him. It's just anybody is a name that's standing in my way of being a champion again. So whoever they put in front of me, I'm just gonna have to run them over until I get that belt again.
When you look at the likes of Tyrone McKenna, obviously he's not performed at the level you have. He's not been a world champion. He's not performed on that big stage that you've had. You've had obviously that experience of winning the title, coming over to fight Josh Taylor, having them big night experiences. Do you think that your experience will play a major key in this fight?
I definitely think the experience will play a major key, but at the same time, even if it's not experience or not, experience or not, I'm just determined right now. I'm more determined. I've been training like a maniac for this last 8 weeks. I've been just training 3 times a day, and living. The thing is like living like a disciplined fighter, So I'll train and then that's it. And I will get one rest day. I rest on a Sunday, and that's the only time I can really have fun. I can really do stuff. But every day, Monday through Saturday, it's just like training every single day. And it's just, it been killing me, but it is what it is. That's how it goes.
How do you find that living the life, obviously, as a boxer and having that disciplined lifestyle? Because obviously there's things outside of the ring and obviously you've got to enjoy yourself between fights, but how hard is it maintaining that discipline? And obviously I believe you've got a son as well, so you've obviously got to try and balance that. How difficult is it maintaining that lifestyle so you're coming in like optimum shape for your fight?
I mean, this really so probably in the last like year, maybe 2 years, maybe really like a year, I started being more disciplined. For a long time, I just never was disciplined. I never was disciplined on my diet. I became a world champion just doing everything backwards. So
Wow.
with my whole diet, I wasn't disciplined. And for me, I used to just go do. I like to have fun. I just love to have fun. So I would go and just do whatever I want after I'm done training. For me, that's it. When I'm done for the day, that's it. I'm gonna have fun. I'm gonna do what I want to. I'm going to ride dirt bikes and just, go out, do whatever I want. But now I'm just living a more disciplined lifestyle, and I became a champion doing all that stuff. So the thing was, nobody could tell me it was wrong because it was working for me, and my coaches would tell me all the time, man, you need to, listen, training camp is supposed to be boring. I'd be like, man, I'm not about to be bored in training camp because I'm about to have some fun. I know it's training camp, but I'm about to have some fun. But now I'm just more disciplined with myself, especially like I said, just doing all the fun things I like to do. It's for me, it's only 8 weeks, and then after that, it'll pay off. Then I can go have fun after I'm done with the fight.
Where do you see yourself going after this fight? Obviously, we're not looking past Tyrone McKenna because he'll come to fight. One thing about Tyrone, I've seen him fight before. He's not going to come to survive. He's going to come to win this fight. Providing you get past him, what are you wanting to do after? Do you think this will push you straight back into title contention? So obviously, Josh Taylor's moving up, so it looks like all these belts are going to get vacated. Do you think you'll be in line for one of them?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, from what I heard, they said this is a final eliminator. So then that means, I should be fighting for the belt right after this. Of course, I got to get past Tyrone McKenna. So, after this fight, they say it should be for the belt again. So, that's my goal to become a 2-time champion at 140 first. And then after that, then I can, see what I'll do if I go to 147 or if I stay at 140 and, try to grab a few other belts. But right now, my goal is to be a 2-time champion at 140.
There's so many big names from 140 to 147. It seems to be the hottest divisions at the minute as well. When you look at some of the names, obviously Josh Taylor fought Jack Catterall a couple of weeks back. Did you manage to catch the fight? I want to know your opinion on it, because there's a big thing happening over here now where it went to, I'm sure it's gone to court. I think the police are investigating the result of it.
I saw that. Right. I saw that. Yeah. I think same thing. I mean, I got the same opinion everybody else. I did watch it. I was actually getting a massage at the same time watching the fight. I had to make sure I watched the fight. And for me, man, Jack Catterall deserves to be the champion right now, for sure. Undisputed champion. He deserves that, and it's sad, man, because he was robbed of that opportunity. He might never get the opportunity ever again in his whole lifetime to get 4 belts, and he was robbed of that, So, I mean, it's definitely a sad thing for Jack Catterall not to get that. I definitely feel for him.
Do you ever think we'll get to a stage in boxing where obviously we see these results, and we've seen it over the years, where it's, so clear to most people, and then you see the result and everyone sort of stops and questions and people say that's boxing, but at the end of the day that robs people of what they've worked the whole life for? Do you think we'll get it to a day where we see a decision like this maybe overturned or the result changed in hindsight looking back?
I don't think you'll get overturned. No, I don't think. I mean, like I said, you can't never say never, but I don't think it'll ever be. I can't say, like I said, I say ever, but nah, I can't see it being overturned, things like that, because I mean, if you have one judge that thinks that, if most of those judges, they think that, he won, then what can you do about it? And then there was in his hometown. So if they think that he won, then hey, can you get it overturned? I don't know. So, I mean, I think they maybe just need to get better judges or newer judges coming up and know how to decide the fights, or maybe even put the judges in a quiet booth or something like that, so they're not getting intimidated. Influenced and stuff like that by the crowd. So I don't know, man. I don't know how to do it, but Jack Catterall, he should be the champion right now.
Yeah, it's definitely something that needs looking at, especially with boxing. And like I said, I've seen a few people say that their kids were getting into boxing, but they would hate to get to a stage where they see their child get to that point and then get something taken off them. But we know we'll have to move on from that, but we'll see what comes of it. Another name you're always linked with, and I know he's probably not in a position to fight at the minute, is Adrien Broner. Now, I don't know what's going on with him. We see a lot of stuff on Instagram. I know you two have had messages back and forth over the years and stuff like that. Do you think you'll ever get to a point where you two meet in the ring? Because that'd be a huge fight, regardless if any belts are on the line.
Yeah, I think it'll be a huge fight too, but I don't think it'll ever happen. I definitely don't think it'll ever happen, man. I mean, me and Broner, we talk on the phone and stuff. He didn't FaceTime me and all that type of stuff before. We didn't call each other and stuff, and it doesn't. I mean, I don't know what's going on with Broner. It will be a huge fight, but I don't think it'll happen. I mean, maybe. It's definitely a possibility, once I'm a champion again, then it could be a possibility, because then, I'll have something, that he wants, because I think he does want to be a champion again. I think he wants to have a big fight. I don't think Adrien Broner is getting into any fights unless it's huge money. And I think, of course, with me and him, it'll be huge money. But even with that being said, man, I don't think me and him will ever fight.
Because if you get a belt at 140, obviously that's a huge sort of carrot for him to come back for and train for and get motivated for. So surely, obviously, we're not. And again, I want to stress, we're not looking over Tyrone McKenna, because he will come to fight. But providing you get past him and you picked up a belt at 140, surely that'd be enough to say, get Adrien on the phone. Look, and you'd be willing to give him that shot.
Of course. I mean, listen, if it makes sense, man, I definitely think it would make sense, because he's a big name. He's still a celebrity at the same time, not just in boxing, but he's a celebrity. He's just like worldwide. He's still a celebrity, not even, like I said, not even just with boxing. So I think that, maybe it could happen, but we'll see, man.
Personally, I hope that does happen. I love watching you both fight, and obviously you're both characters. And I think that fight, regardless of a belt, that's a huge fight, especially over there in the States. It's a big fight.
Right. Exactly.
Can I get your opinion? I want to talk to you about this sort of new era of boxing we're in now with YouTube fighters. Now I know you fought on an undercard before of Mr. Jake Paul, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And we've just had a YouTube event over here in the UK where I think it was KSI's brother Deji that was fought. He's got a huge following. What do you make of this new era, this new sort of crowd that's coming over to boxing now, and these fighters who are crossing over from social media and giving it a go? Have you got any sort of opinion on it?
I mean, I'm cool with it, man. I mean, it's for me. I think that it's bringing more eyes to the sport, you know. So I work with Austin McBroom. He's one of my friends, and he had a big fight. He put on a huge fight, the YouTube versus TikTok. And listen, that the fight, the energy was crazy, you know. Like, it was, one of my friends was like, man, this is probably one of the best fights I've been to all year, and there wasn't no real boxes on. It was all, I mean, because of the whole atmosphere, the crowd, you know, it wasn't like real fighters, and it was fun. And so now you have, I mean, I think that you're gonna have, since they're fighting, you're gonna have a wave of fighters coming up. Younger kids right now, they seeing that stuff and they gonna want to go box. So I think that, I'm pretty sure I can probably call this right now, in like the next 10, 15 years, you're going to have a world champion, and they're going to ask him, how did you get into boxing? And he's not going to say any champion, a boxer. He's going to say a YouTuber. He might say Jake Paul. He might say Austin McBroom. He might say Logan Paul. He's going to say something like that. Watch. He might say, listen, this is how I got into it. I got into it from that, you know, from a YouTube or something like that. Because it's listen, I worked with Austin McBroom. I went to the fight, and it was in Miami, and it was packed. I'm talking about, it was packed with kids and adults. So it's just a whole different crowd. And I mean, it's cool, man. It's cool to see that.
Did am I right in thinking, I think I know which fight you're talking about. Did Lil Baby do his ring walk?
Yeah.
I remember that. That was crazy. I was watching that thinking, you don't get this in, like, I say professional boxing, but you don't see that type of hype around some of the.
Go watch that. You didn't see? Did you see the ring walk? You really saw it?
Yeah,
I'm right behind him.
Yeah,
I was next to. I was like right next to Lil Baby when he was coming out.
That's mad. Are you gonna have anyone do your ring walk next Saturday? Do you have anyone coming out with you?
Nah, I don't think so. Nah, I won't. I mean, I got some people coming over from the States, but nah, it ain't gonna be like that. I might come out with my own Rugal song, but nothing special right now. Nah.
Yeah, because for your entrance, Josh Taylor, I think yourself and your son both came out in the in like the masks and stuff like that. I mean, I've heard the story behind it and the reasons for it, but for the fans who don't know, I think it's always interesting when you see that. And it was a good moment, like family moment for you. What does it mean to you, and why do you come out wearing the masks? Just for the people who don't know.
Well, so first off, the Rugal, let me give you a brief. So the Rugal is like a swamp, it's kind of like a werewolf in Louisiana, basically, like a half man, half wolf type of thing in Louisiana. And honestly, I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like, when I first heard the name, I didn't even know what it was. Like, so my manager and my dad at the time, they want to give me, I think I was like 4-0. And so my manager and my dad wanted to give me a nickname, and they was throwing out all kinds of stuff. And it was just like, all right. And then they said I think my dad said the Rugal, and my manager at the time, he said, yeah, that's it. And I didn't even know what it was. And then, so that was from 4 until my 10th fight. And then my 10th fight, I fought in Houston, and I wore a mask. I wore like a werewolf mask. And so I wore it to the ring, and everybody loved it. They went crazy about it. And after that, it kind of just stuck. They was like hollering, making the wolf howls and stuff. And so after that, it just kind of stuck. And so, of course, it was a different, like the first mask we had was like a regular, like Halloween costume mask. And now it's like a custom made mask. I got like $1,000 custom made mask. So, you know, now it's on a whole different level right now. But, and then my son, he wanted to walk to the ring with me. And so we made him a little small mask too. And so that's kind of how that happened, man. And you know, and he won't walk to the ring with me because it's too far in Dubai, and they still in school and stuff. And he was so mad. He's so upset about it. He wanted to walk to the ring with me, but he's like pissed off. He was crying so bad. It's like, I mean, I feel so bad for him, but I mean, Dubai is just too far, you know. And then the schedule, the time difference is too bad over here. They'll be, you know, if he comes over here, man, he'll be messed up for school. So he had to stay.
So talk to me, how special is that moment for you that you can share that with your son? Because obviously a lot of fighters sometimes don't even have the family there with them for the fights and stuff, but you've shared that ring walk and stuff. How sort of big of a moment is that in your, not your career, but in your life, that you were able to sort of do that ring walk with your son and have him sort of almost hand in hand, we're both wearing the masks as you go to battle?
Yeah, I mean, I love it, man. Like, it's something my son is gonna remember forever. You know, like, even, all right, say like with the Josh Taylor thing, of course, it didn't go my way, but you know, he walked into the arena with me in the '02, and it was like almost 20,000 people in the arena. So you're looking up and people way up there. So for him to be, you know, at the time he was, I think, 6 years old or something like that. Yeah, at the time he was 6 years old, and a 6-year-old can, you know, they can see that. It's, you know, it's crazy. So I can imagine, and me at 6. So now, you know, he wants to walk to the ring all the time with me.
Yeah, yeah. All right, so good. It's good to see. It really is. It's good to see. Just before we go, because I'll let you get off. Now you've had a good flight. So, have you got a message for your fans, the ones who've been with you from the beginning, the ones who are jumping on board, and have you got a message of sort of support and a thank you for them?
Yeah, man, I definitely got to thank all my fans, man, through all the ups and all the downs, man. I just thank everybody for the support. And I'm going to just, you know, for me, I'm going to just keep doing what I do. You know, right now, I feel like I'm just more hungry. I'm just more disciplined. You know, that's the thing. So it comes with, it comes with both of them, you know, being hungry, it comes with more discipline. So that's kind of what I'm doing right now, because I feel like when I became a world champion, it was easy for me. I don't know, it just was easy. I didn't do everything I was supposed to do. I just wasn't disciplined. I wasn't making the right. I didn't have a nutrition. I was eating bullshit, and so now I'm just way more disciplined right now. And you know, I feel like the second time coming, it is harder, but it'll be way more sweet, you know, when I'm a champion again. So I just, you know, to get back to just thank everybody for the support, ups and downs. My fans and my haters, man, I thank y'all, because it just pushed me.
Absolutely. Well, look, Regis Prograis, thanks for speaking to Into Boxing and give us some time out of your busy period. We wish you all the best, and yeah, hopefully you can come back to the UK one day and have another fight. It's a big occasion.
Probably vacation. I don't think I'll fight there, but probably a vacation.
No worries.
I probably come for a vacation out there. It was cool. It was cool, you know, but probably for a vacation. I don't know if I'll fight there. We'll see. You know, you never know what the future holds.
You never know. We'll see what happens. You never know.
Yep.
Look, yes, I appreciate you giving us some of your time, and look, wish you well for the fight next Saturday. It should be a good one.
All right, bro. Thank you, bro.
No worries. See you later, bro.
Yep. Yeah. See you.